Welcome to my channel. It's Snickety, and today I'll be redesigning young Dumbledore's costume from the movie Fantastic Beasts: Crimes of Grindelwald. Quarantine has me feeling bored, so I decided to rewatch the movie again. Something about it bothered me, and that something was what Dumbledore was wearing. I'll explain why, and then I'll redesign it in a way that I like better. The Dumbledore that we all know is powerful, respected by many, and feared by all dark wizards. He was also an eccentric wizard who had a feminine side to him. He liked knitting patterns and wearing flamboyant clothing. You would think that they would dress young Dumbledore to express these things about him. But in the movie, Dumbledore wears a gray three-piece suit and slacks. Honestly, he does not look remotely like he could be a wizard. He looks like a button-up muggle businessman or politician. Nothing about the way he's dressed is remotely fantastical or wizardly. So I'm taking some inspiration from the back covers of the first book. The first one shows Dumbledore when he's old. Another one shows a younger Dumbledore. Another thing that came to mind was how Dumbledore always had candy-themed passwords for his office. So I picked 3 candies from Honeydukes. First being the famous chocolate frog. Second, Dumbledore's favorite candy, sherbet lemon. And the last one is Betty Bott's every flavored beans. Here I'm just finishing off a rough sketch of the pose I want him in before moving on to the line art. For the pose, I considered drawing him sitting down on a couch enjoying a cup of tea, but I felt like it was such a common pose. Not that there is anything wrong with that, but I wanted to try something new that I haven't done before, something more dynamic for his character. So I wanted to show Dumbledore in his prime. I wanted Dumbledore fighting off an unknown opponent. Maybe he is in a duel with a Death Eater, or even with Grindelwald. Here he is twirling around with his wand in his hand to face an opponent who is behind him. He has his cloak swirling around following his movement. I liked how dynamic this pose looked. So I'm going to be adding more details to my drawing. I've decided that I'm going to keep some of the modern aspects of the design. So he's wearing a shirt gown thing with a vest and long billowy sleeves and a cravat. So for the sleeves, I decided to add some candy decorations in the shape of beans and also in the shape of some stars. I thought they were really cute and not too obvious. Dumbledore has a pet phoenix, so I decided to add some feather designs on the sides of the vest. I thought it was a nice homage to the fox. Then I added some stars from the chocolate frog and some wavy line trimmings. That was inspired by the cathedral-like designs on the chocolate frog packaging. I'm adding some lines along the lower half of his gown that will turn into stripes later on. For the boot design, I'm just drawing a very basic looking boot with a little bit of heel at the bottom and just some lacing at the center front. So for his hair, I decided to go with the auburn color because that is his natural hair color. And for the length, I decided to go with mid-waist length because Dumbledore really likes long hair. And I decided to keep the beard short and neat because he's young here, so he's very active. And so if he has a long beard, it would only get in his way. I decided to go with a nice soft lemon yellow cravat because of Dumbledore's favorite sweets, of course, the sherbet lemon. And then I went with a nice magenta robe. I like the color, it's very flamboyant. I left these pointed colors white so that they would contrast with the magenta, yellow, and red colors surrounding them. And for the sleeves, I thought about making them white so that they would match the colors, but then I think it would have made the whole look to be more pedestrian than I wanted it to be. so I went with the teal color instead. For the vest, I wanted it to be red like the long coat old Dumbledore is wearing in the back cover. The sides of the vest are in a deep purple color with golden stars and circle taken from the chocolate frog packaging. I wanted to make the feathers red because they're supposed to be inspired by Dumbledore's pet phoenix, but since the vest is already red, it would not contrast, of course, if I did that. And I also have the additional purple color to the vest, so I thought maybe silver would contrast better against those two colors. I used different colors for the beaten buttons on the cuffs and vest just to add a touch of whimsy to it. And the lower half of his gown is striped with yellow and red, and I think the stripes help exaggerate his movement as he turns back, and it makes the movement look more dramatic. By the way, was I the only one who felt like the Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald movie doesn't belong in the Fantastic Beasts film series? I think that the Fantastic Beasts film series is supposed to be centered on Newt Scamander, his interactions and adventures with magical creatures, and his life's work. But it didn't turn out that way in this movie. This movie felt like they were trying to fused together two different movies into a chimera of abomination. I felt like Newt became a background character in his own film series. He was just shoehorned along with some exotic magical creatures into this whole other movie simply because it has Fantastic Beasts in its movie's title. They probably wanted to make a separate movie just about Grindelwald and his crimes and his relationship with Dumbledore and all that. It's stuff that had nothing to do with Newt Scamander or his magical creatures. But maybe they were told that the only way they would be able to do this was if it was somehow a Fantastic Beast movie. So they probably try to make it work somehow, fuse two different worlds, you can say. So they try to make this whole thing work, but I do not think they were very successful. What do you guys think about this? Tell me in the comments below. Do you think this whole thing worked well, or do you think it was a terrible movie? Well, anyway, that's just my 2 cents. I hope you guys are enjoying this video as much as I enjoyed making it. I can't wait to make more art videos and share them with you. Maybe I will create a series where I redesign movie adaptation of book characters to make them more true to their book descriptions. As we all know, there are many book to screen adaptations where they have botched not just the plot of the story from the book, but also what the characters look like. I'm also thinking about doing a series where I redesign Disney princesses to be more historically accurate. Just the other day, I was watching videos from this YouTube account that belongs to Glamour magazine. In the videos, they invited historical fashion experts to help them redesign the costumes of some Disney princesses to make them more period accurate. As I was scrolling through the comments, I saw that a lot of people were criticizing Glamour for their redesigns, for either not being accurate in some way or the illustration being unable to translate the beauty of the garments well. Now, I'm no expert in historical fashion or illustration, but I am interested in both, so I thought, why not give it a shot? Why not try my hand at it? I'm still new to making YouTube videos, so I'll probably only be able to post once every 2 weeks. I'm still learning about the mechanics of it all, and hopefully soon enough I'll be able to post once a week or even twice a week. Fingers crossed. So now I'm just adding some finishing touches to it, and then we are done. My redesign ended up looking a lot more fantastical than I think would be acceptable by movie directors, but hey, I'm just doing it for fun and I'm not trying to compete with the costume designers of Hollywood. I just wanted to redesign something a little out there and show Dumbledore's eccentric personality. I hope you guys enjoy this video as much as I enjoy making it. I can't wait to make more art videos and share them with you. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.